Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I like to talk a lot about discipline, so let's talk about it a little bit more. Daily discipline. Daily discipline isn't just simple repetition. It's not just a simple routine that you can stay with. Discipline is all about consistency, frequency, and intensity. You have to consistently do something, and you have to frequently do something. Those are two different things. You can consistently have a productive day once a week. That's not good enough really to move forward in life. You have to have more frequency with it. You have to be able to be productive more than just once a week, more than just once in a while. And you have to add that intensity, because anytime that you get used to the struggle, what used to be hard is now easy. Anytime you experience that, that's a sign, that's a signal, that's that's your guide that you need to be able to start moving forward. That's when you know. You need to add more shit to your plate, take on a new project, take on a new problem, push yourself forward. Daily discipline is about pushing yourself forward. You know, I look at it as climbing a mountain. When you reach a plateau, if you've ever done any serious hiking where you're going way up to a steep slope up to the top of the mountain, gonna go look at the summit, there may be more than one overlook. There may be different plateaus. You don't stop at those for too long. You can stop at the first plateau or the second one and enjoy the view. Pat yourself on the back for how far that you came. Say, look, we just walked up all of that. Look at those people down there. That's where we parked the car. It's so tiny and small. But you don't live there. You only have so much time. You keep moving. You take a nice glance, a nice breath, maybe a drink of water and refresh yourself. And you get going. Go to the next one. Life is the same way. It's just like the gym. When you are trying to build strength or build muscle, either one, you have to continually push yourself. You may be able to get to a point where you can say, wow, I'm lifting more weight successfully than I ever could before. When I first started, I couldn't lift anything. 5 pounds felt difficult. Now I'm lifting 50. But after too long, if you just stay there at 50, and that's all you're doing for week in and week out, month in and month out, a year goes by and you're still just taking that 50 pounds and lifting it, all progress stops. In fact, you'll start to slide backwards. Sure, you're doing more than you started, but as soon as it becomes easy, that's your sign, is to put more weight on, to do more reps, to really keep that time under tension, that struggle, to keep the struggle going. That's how you grow. We grow through struggle. We grow through what we go through. It's important to keep pushing ourselves forward. Daily discipline is all about those 3 items. Consistently working towards a goal. Frequently pushing yourself to put in that work. And using the intensity to push you further, to level up. You always want to be leveling up. And I just added 50 pounds to my workout, to a leg workout that I was doing. I just added it today. I put on the weight that I normally put on. And I said, you know what? The last several times I've done this, it's been fairly easy. I had known that it was easy on the last workout last week when I did that same exercise, and I didn't add weight. I just kind of felt good about being able to do this. Enjoyed it being easy. You don't want to go through that too long. Always put that struggle on top of you. When we're talking about our personal growth and personal development, it's the same way. With a mind, body, and soul program, you want to be not just have a daily discipline to be able to accomplish the stuff that's on your list every day. You want to be able to push yourself forward each week. As you get smarter, learn more. As you can work on your diet and eat better, push yourself further than that and eat better. You can always increase how well you can eat. It's hard to go from nothing to everything. That's where people usually experience failure and they get discouraged. You can try to have a good diet. I used to eat like shit. I love junk food, love French fries, love everything bad for you and unhealthy. Nutrition was never a thought in my brain, ever. It's hard for anyone to just have a perfect diet right off the bat. Even if you know what to do, it may sometimes be, well, I just didn't know how to eat good. It's a willpower. It's your discipline. How disciplined are you? You build that strength up, but you always have to keep pushing yourself forward. So I had to put on my schedule, okay, I'm going to start eating a little bit healthier and start identifying some of the worst culprits that I eat and X those out. Just not eat them as much. I consistently started to get rid of some of the bad things I was eating. Even if it was just once a week, and I realized, well, I eat this shit a lot. Let me take this out of my diet at least once a week and have this one day be a different option. I'm not gonna go and get burgers today. I'll go tomorrow, I'll go the day after that, but today I'm not going. Today I'm gonna have a salad. And then next thing you know, you push yourself and it's 2 days. Next thing you know, it's the whole week. And when you used to eat junk food and be at McDonald's every single day, now you're not there at all. But it took time and you had to always push yourself to that next level. So much of life is like this. And when you don't continually push yourself forward, you start to go backwards. I've had this happen to me, especially with my personal development. I've gotten to a point when I felt like I was not functioning at one point. I was a drug addict, an alcoholic, I've been homeless, I've been in and out of jail, I was a criminal, I made bad decisions, bad relationships, I went through all of that. And I got to a certain point to where I could function. I was dysfunctional and now I could function. And I just kind of went with that. I figured, well, this is good. I got to a slightly higher baseline than I was before. I saved my life. But over time, it may be a year for you, it may be 6 years for somebody else. The duration can differ, but for me, over time, I realized I'm actually starting to slide backwards. This new normal isn't working. Why isn't this working like it used to? Why did I build up such a tolerance for this? Sure, I'm able to do certain things, stay away from alcohol, stay away from drugs. I'm able to still maintain certain things, but my mentality was starting to slip. Some of my anger issues that I used to have that I thought I conquered were starting to come back, starting to creep in like smoke creeping under the door. Because I wasn't staying on top of my program. I wasn't pushing myself forward to become stronger. I had just gotten used to a certain level of survival. I was just living on a plateau. I wasn't pushing myself to the next one. You got to stay on that path. The plateaus are just momentary spots you can check out the view and enjoy for a second. The path is the goal, not those plateaus. You want to stay on the path. I really learned this last year. The business that I have, my motorcycle shop, kind of took a little bit of a dive in some ways. And I was able to survive the shutdown and the lockdown and all that. Luckily, I have some business-to-business outsourcing that I do with Harley Davidson, and that was really what was keeping me alive, even to this day. certain aspects of my shop of dealing with customers and building bikes for them, and that kind of went away mainly because the disposable income wasn't there. You know, people were using that to pay their rent, to pay their bills. People were going 18 months, I think they went longer without being able to work in some communities. And you know, this affected me, so I found my business slowing down in a major way. I wasn't as busy as I used to be. I started to get worried as a business owner of how am I going to survive? Some of my weaknesses and fears started to creep back in under that door like smoke from another room. Some of the stuff I hadn't really thought about in a long time that I thought I conquered. Some of my demons started to come back. Some of my anger, stuff that I thought I'd conquered, came back. I really started to ponder on this and be like, why? Why am I this way? Why is this coming back? Am I falling back into who I used to be? I don't want to be who I used to be. I want to continue to get better. And it dawned on me. I felt stupid. But it dawned on me that I wasn't putting in the work. I wasn't having the same discipline that I used to have. I kind of got complacent with a lot of my mind, body, and soul program and was just kind of riding this wave of success in business. Forgot a little bit about me. There's more to life than your job. There's more to life than some of your successes and accomplishments. You have to make yourself, who you are, your personal development, a priority, and stay on it and be disciplined, be consistently disciplined with constant frequency. Every day, 7 days a week, be on top of your disciplined program. And still, that's not enough. You say, well, that's a lot. That's not enough. You got to have that third element of the intensity. You got to be able to have that intensity every time you go and train. Every time that you're leveling off, you have to push yourself again. Push yourself towards that struggle. The struggle is what makes us stronger. I got used to a certain level of shit and started to get weaker. As soon as I got on top of my game once more, all those demons were gone. I'm stronger now than I've ever been, and in some ways, I'm so grateful that slowdown happened. At first, I thought it was a curse. I realized now it was a gift. I was so bummed that 2020 happened, that the pandemic was killing my business. Now I'm grateful for that shit because it made me stronger. It forced me to take a look at myself and to realize that I was becoming complacent. I wasn't putting in the work that I needed to put in. I wasn't pushing myself hard enough. I wasn't meeting enough struggle in my life. Got to stay on top of it. Daily discipline will set you free. Thanks for watching.